Well, hello everybody, welcome to Vinyl Treasures. I'm your host, Johnny G, John Glidno, coming to you live each and every Wednesday only here on Oldies and More Radio. I want to welcome you to the All 60s edition, March 29, 2023 Vinyl Treasures show. I spin my 1960s Soul 45s out of my collection, All on 45s. We're here from 9 to midnight. We'll do a little bit of overtime. And we opened up tonight's All 60s show with a B-side instrumental. The A-side is a duo from Canonsburg, Pennsylvania. They were Jimmy and Jack, longtime members of the Four Coins. Now, it was Jimmy Gregorkis and Jack Maramis. I guess that's how you say it. Now, on the flip side, they do a Chuck Willis tune called Don't Deceive Me, but featured the throwaway B-side there. Pretty cool instrumental. Probably the studio musicians that backed him up. That's on the Shell label. Came out October 1964, but it's only as Jimmy and Jack, of course. I don't think that's them on doing that, but it's probably the band backing them up. That's a song called Explosion. Johnny G had an explosion today. Really got behind the eight ball. We had the VA physical therapist here for my father. He was here for about an hour, and then we had somebody come in for the give us an estimate. I don't even know why they were here or what prompted the call, but I spent like 2.5 hours with him today talking about a price for a porch and whatnot. Anyway, it's not going to get into it. Enough of my babbling here. Let's open up the vocal portion here with this group out of Chicago, first recorded as the Shells on the Conlo record label. This was their second release. Came out on Volt Records, produced by Jerry Butler and Eddie Thomas. By this time, they were known as the Four Shells. This charted number 18 on WMID in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Let's go to March 1966. It's on the Volt record label. It's the Four Shells. It's called Hot Dog, My Baby's Coming Home. Well, I like my hot dogs with spicy brown mustard. I like relish, and I like sauerkraut. Yes, I do. Those are the four shells there, March 1966 release. That's on the Volt record label. Hot dog, parentheses, my baby's coming home. Yes, she is. And up next, this girl group out of Watts, California. They won first place in a radio station, in radio station's KGIF's Soul Search talent contest. And first prize was a recording contract with Imperial Records. Now, the group consisted of a trio of 15 and 16-year-olds. They were Barbara Bell, Linda Evans, and lead singer Linda Sims. Here's a tune written by Bobby Ralph and Willie Hutchinson. Let's go back to December 1968 for the Quotations. The Quotations on Imperial Records. It's called Having a Good Time, parentheses, with My Baby. From December 1968, that girl group called the Quotations. Linda Sims, she's on lead. That's on the Imperial record banner. Having a good time, parentheses, with My Baby. You're having a good time with Johnny G here on a Wednesday evening as we continue here. Let's go from California out to Detroit, Michigan now, to Ed Wingate's Rick Tick record label. This group had 10 releases on the Rick Tick label. Let's give a listen to their 6. This is arranged by Mike Terry. Features James Epps on lead. This charted number 40 on KALO in Little Rock, Arkansas. Let's go to December 1967. Give a listen to the Fantastic Four. The Fantastic Four on Rick Tick. It's called As Long as the Feeling is There.
You don't have to have a wiggle in your walk, a purr like a kitten, baby, when you talk. You don't have to have no heck of a taste or have no beauty up as long as the feeling is there. If you got soul, baby, I don't care. Just as long as the feeling is there. If you got soul, baby, I don't care. Don't be lipstick, powder or paint to make you look like what you ain't. No, you don't have to make like a movie star. Dine on wine and caviar. And if you don't have class or quality, just use a little soul to satisfy me. Just as long as the feeling is there. If you got soul, baby, I don't care. Just as long as the feeling is there. If you got soul, baby, I don't care. Long as the feeling is there. Long as the feeling is there. And if you don't have looks, I can understand. Long as the feeling is there. Just as long as you know how to please a man, baby. Long as the feeling is there. Baby, a shack and the back can be paradise. Any place on earth can be oh so nice, baby. Long as the feeling is there. Just as long as the feeling is there. And if you don't have class or quality, just use a little soul to satisfy me, oh baby. Don't have to have a head full of girls. Stand out, baby, from the rest of the girls. No, you don't have to make like a teacher's pet or be in the crowd of the hippie set. No, you don't have to have no high IQ to make me fall in love with you. Just as long as the feeling is there. If you got soul, baby, I don't care. Just as long as the feeling is there. If you got
That's the sound of the Fantastic Four, James Epson lead. That is their, what I say, their 6th of 10 releases on the Rick Tick record label. That's from December 1967. As long as the feeling is there. As long as the feeling is there to listen to this cool music here on Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show. We will continue here. This time, this gal, she's from Brooklyn, New York, started recording back in 1963 for the ABC Paramount record label. Then in 64, she had a release on Gold Records Incorporated. Then she signed with Blue Cat Records. I think that was Lieber and Stoller's label, sister label to Redbird Records, the Blue Cat label. She had 2 releases on Blue Cat. Let's give a listen to her second tune, written and produced by Al Giorgoni and Chip Taylor, and there's some popular covers of this song some of you may know. The Hollies recorded this in 1966. Nobody's Children recorded it in 68 on the Bullet label. The Hollies was on, I think, Imperial. And then Linda Ronstadt did it in 1980. You may remember her version in 1980, but this is the original version here from November 1965. Let's give a listen to Evie Sands. Evie Sands on the Blue Cat label, and the original version of I Can't Let Go.
I try, but I can't say goodbye. Feel so bad, baby. Ooh, it hurts me when I think of how you loved and deserted me. I'm the broken-hearted toy you play with.
That's the original version of I Can't Let Go, as done by Evie Sands, November 1965. It's on the Blue Cat record label. Evie Sands with I Can't Let Go. We're going to have to wish Mark Speck a happy birthday. Is it belated birthday, Mark, or is it today? Because Mark Speck is in our YouTube chat. We're celebrating a birthday either yesterday or today. We say happy birthday to Mark. And we continue here. For this next singer, it was half of the duo that recorded as the Soul Brothers on the Blue Cat record label. This was his only solo release. Came out on the Atlantic record label, produced by Johnny Brantley, December 1967 now, for Nate Adams. Nate Adams on the Atlantic record label. It's called Why Is It Taking So Long? December 1967 release. Whoops. As I play that one and I shut that one off. Johnny G getting caught here. There you go, 1967. Nate Adams there on the Atlantic label. Why Is It Taking So Long is the name of that tune. And the birthday boy, Mark Speck, asked Johnny G to flip it over. So we'll do that. Belated birthday for Mark Speck on Monday, he mentioned, but everybody wishing him a birthday in the YouTube chat room there. So let's flip it over here. That was the A-side called Why Is It Taking So Long? Well, we're going to play the flip side here. Mark requested the flip side. Actually has a date stamper here. What did I say? Yeah, December. It says there's somebody stamped on here, probably a radio station. December 8th, 1967. So let me put it on the turntable here. It's what Johnny G's going to be. Says, there you go. So this is the B side of that 45, a solo release for his first solo release for Nate Adams, December 67 on Atlantic. It's called I'm Gonna Be Good.
I had a bad dream last night, and it put some fear in my heart. If I don't start treating you right, you and I would soon part. That dream was such a warning, giving me a chance to start anew. So beginning this very morning, I'm gonna be so good to you every day, in every way. From this day on, I'm gonna be good, oh, so good to you, darling. Oh, yeah. It was a bad dream last night, and it put some fear in my heart. I saw another guy holding you tight, and to me, you were saying goodbye. That dream was such a warning, giving me a chance to start with you. So beginning this very morning, I'm gonna be so good to you every day, in every way. From this day on, I'm gonna be good, oh, so good to you, darling. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna be good to you, darling. I can't let that dream come true. So beginning this very morning, I'm gonna be good to you every day, every way. I'm gonna be good, oh, darling. I can't let that dream come.
That's an instant request there. Instant request for Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room. That's Nate Adams. That's the B-side on the Atlantic record label there, December 1967, I'm Gonna Be Good. John G's going to try to be good on a Wednesday evening. I'm normally bad, but I try not to be. I'm a nice guy, though, as we continue here. Let's go back to Chicago, Illinois, to George Leaner's marvelous record label. He also owned the Impact, was it Impact Records, I think? Yeah, Impact Records, and also the what was the other one? Chanji drawing a blank. But this is this group's only release. The group consisted of Patience Skaggs, Jerry Starks, and brothers Johnny and Arthur Methune, Glenn Strickland, and his sister, who was the lead singer of this group. Her name is Madeline Strickland. She was the lead singer. The song written and produced by Jimmy Jones, not the Jimmy Jones of Good Time and Fame and of The Pretenders, a different Jimmy Jones. This charted number 7 on WBEE in Harvey, Illinois. They're called The Young Folk. The Young Folk from May 67 on Marvelous Records. That's it, Wonderful Records. The Young Folk. It's called Lonely Girl.
Now I found a boy that I love.
There you go. Wait, did I not did I not print out one of my pages here? I don't think I printed out one of my pages here. JohnnyG's got to go back. Oh my goodness gracious! There you go. JohnnyG's got to go back to print out one of my pages here. The oh my goodness. Don't mind me, folks. This is only live radio here. Computer. Vinyl Treasures Excel file. I didn't print out my last page, and that's where I got Evan's requests on here. So anyway, we just heard from the young folk. You just go to my page here. Where is it? Where is it here? 5 stairs. Oh wait, it's record number 58. I'm losing my mind here. I'm sorry, folks. I have it here. Johnny G losing his mind on a Wednesday evening. There you go. That's the sound of the young folk there as I lost my page, as I got all flustered. There you go. The young folk there from May 1967. That's on the Marvelous record label. The song is called Lonely Girl. And, of course, this would be re-released on Marvelous, I think, a couple, 3 or 4 records later on August 1967 as Miss Madeline. So you can get that 2 ways there. Anyway, Johnny G here on a Wednesday evening. Let's continue here. And here's a request for Evan Blatt in our YouTube chat room. Now, the lead singer of this next group was born in South Carolina, and his brother is the brother of hitmaker Wilbert Harrison. His name is Jimmy Mack Harrison. Now, his debut single came out on Atco Records in July of 1959, but he would record with his other brother, Bob Harrison, as the Harrison Brothers of Jim and Bob Harrison. That was back in 1961. They had releases on the Emmett label, Clock Records, Smash, Everlast, and ABC Paramount. I have many of those 45s, by the way, in my collection. But in 1966, he would have his second to last single on George Goldner's legendary End record label as Lenny Curtis. But this is his final release on the Gallico record label. He's recording as Geronimo and the Apaches. Now, of course, Geronimo is really Jimmy Harrison, a.k.a. also recorded as Lenny Curtis. But he sounds a little bit like Sam Cooke. I wonder if this is a side. I think so, maybe. But anyway, this is for Evan Blatt from April 66, Geronimo and the Apaches on the Gallico label. It's called Too Late for Tears.
And it's too late to cry. Oh, but it's too late, oh, for begging me, baby. And it's too late to cry. Now that you need me, darling, how could you walk down the road after I sacrificed for you? And I did without no, but it's too late, oh, for loving me, baby. Honey, it's too late to cry. But I know, you know that I know that it's too late for wanting me, baby. Honey, it's too late for tears. Honey, I know that it's too late for tears. say for me that it's too late, darling, too late for tears. Honey, I know that it is.
That's going out to Evan Blatt. We're actually going to flip it over. I can do the instant requests here on the Wednesday night show. April 1966, Geronimo and the Apaches. It's on the Gallico record label. Too Late for Tears is the name of the tune. Let me flip it over because Evan wants to hear the flip side of this. I forget where I picked this up. I didn't pay a lot of money for it. I must have paid at least $1 for the record. But I have a promo copy of this, so let's flip it over here. Yeah, you see the writer on this is Lenny Curtis. I wonder if that was his... Well, it's not, because his real name was... His real name, I said, was Bob Harrison, right? Yeah. I said his name was Bob Harrison, but he went by Lenny Curtis also, and he gets writer credit on this, as he did not on the other side, but he does on this side. This side's called Oh Yes Baby, I Love You So. Let's put it on here. Okay, instant request for Evan Blatt in our YouTube chat room. Geronimo and the Apaches, April 66, on the Gallico record label. It's called Oh Yes Baby, I Love You So. This is for Evan.
I love you so, yeah. And I never, pretty baby, I never let you go. Oh yes, baby, you are mine, yeah. And don't leave me till the end of time. When you see a man cry, something is wrong. I don't mind you calling, but baby, you stay out all night long. Baby, I love you so, yeah. And I never, pretty baby, I never let you go. And oh yes, baby, you were mine. And don't leave me till the end of time. When you see a man crying, you know something is wrong. I don't mind you calling, but baby, you stay out all night long. Baby, I love you so, yeah. And I never, pretty baby, I never let you go. Listen, honey, and oh yes, baby, you were mine, yeah. And don't leave me till the end of time. And oh yes, baby, listen, honey, I love you so, yeah.
That's by request for Evan Blatt there. That's the sound of Geronimo and the Apaches, April 1966. A song entitled Oh Yes Baby, I Love You So. That's the B-side. He's sounding more. Who mentioned that? Record Hound mentioned in the YouTube chat room sounding more like Sam Cooke on that one there, and featured the A-side prior. Again, a request for Evan. Too Late for Tears, April 66, Geronimo and the Apaches on the Gallico record label. Let's continue here now on the All 60s edition of the Vinyl Treasure Show for this next singer, originally from Pensacola, Florida, but he relocated to Detroit, Michigan, first recorded as a member of the Velvetones on the Deb label back in 1959. He went solo in 62 with releases on the Columbia label, but in 64 he moved over to the Columbia subsidiary OK Records, had 13 releases for OK. This is the A-side to his first, and it's an answer tune to Jan Bradley's 1962 hit Mama Didn't Lie, as that song written by Curtis Mayfield for Jan Bradley, and so was this tune written for Walter Jackson, February 64 on the OK record label. It's called That's What Mama Say.
Through this world all alone. That's what mama say. All that shine ain't gold. People can be mighty cold. That's what mama say. Mama said there ain't gonna be any roses popping up to lead the way. Watch out for that storm to come, boy. The sun don't shine every day. That's what my mama said. You better take heed to her own. Now when you get a woman, make sure that she's mighty nice. And when day is done, love her with all your might. That's what mama say. Mama said there ain't gonna be any roses popping up to lead the way. Watch out for that storm to come on, 'cause the sun don't shine every day. That's what mama said. But I'll take heed to her own. My mama said, now, you better be careful. Oh, son, be careful. Well, that's what my mama said. Take heed, baby. Don't let her hurt you now. Just listen to me, child. You better take heed.
That's the sound of Walter Jackson here on the Vinyltreasure Show. That's his first release, first of 13 on the OK record label. That's What Mama Say from February 1964. That is a Curtis Mayfield pen tune. Let's see if he wrote the flip side here. No, Walter Jackson wrote the flip side here, and it's an instant request for Sabrina, who's in our YouTube chat room. So we send this one out instantly to Sabrina. As we flip over, as I put the needle on the 45 here, as we flip over the first release by Walter Jackson, That's What Mama Say. You flip it over here. It's called What Would You Do? This is for Sabrina. Wait, you don't want that like that.
You do if you saw me crying? What would you do if you saw me crying? Will you walk away? Would you leave me and go astray and leave me crying? What would you say if I told you that I needed you?
That's an instant request for Sabrina in our YouTube chat room there. The sound of Walter Jackson. That's the B-side to his first release on the OK record label, What Would You Do, from February 1964. And she is the proud owner of that 45. Lots of people looking for that record there. I don't know. I wish mine was in better shape, but at least it's not styrene. It's a nice vinyl, hard vinyl press. That's how I like it. I like that hard vinyl. I don't like that styrene. And this next one is not a styrene 45. It is a vinyl 45 by this gal by the name of Mae Young, Maeyoung. And this is the B-side to her only release, I think, or I think this is her only release. It's on the Karate record label. This one came out in June of 1966. Let's give it a whirl here. Mae Young on Karate Records, the intended B-side. It's called No Ifs, No Ands, No Buts.
Either you want me or you don't. Ooh, I'm serious over you, boy. So please don't mess around. Oh, now if you're looking for a plaything, you can run on down to the playground. Got to have it all, or you can keep it. If it ain't on the board, I don't need it. Either you want me or you don't. Oh, got so much love to offer, and it's yours if you play it smart. Oh, before I let you hurt me, I'll keep it locked up in my heart. Got to have it all, or you can keep it. If it ain't on the board, I don't need it. It's yours if you play it smart. Oh, before I let you hurt me, I'll keep it locked up in my heart. Got to have it all, or you can keep it. If it ain't on the board, I don't need it. Either you want me, baby, or you don't now, baby. I got to have it all now, baby. I said I need it.
Her name is Mae Young. Mae Young, June 1966 release. It's on the Karate record label. No ifs, no ands, no buts. That's what Johnny G says. I only feature original vinyl 45s. We continue here. If you're new to the program, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Want to get up to 1,000 subscribers. Once I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll be able to do specials during the week. I'll just whip up some special and play it like at noon or something for the noon crowd. If you're having lunch or whatever, you can tune into the Vinyl Treasure show. I'll do something. We'll feature a different genre of music. We'll feature a countdown. We'll feature anything that you want. Doesn't have to be anything. I collect a lot of records. We can do a blues show. We can do a teen show. We can do whatever you like, but it won't be on the normal time slots that I have. We'll still be doing 1950s and early 60s on Saturday nights and soul records on Wednesday nights. But let's continue here. Let's go back to Detroit, Michigan for this soul singer, discovered by Robert West and Willis Schofield, and it's on Don Roby Sure Shot record label out of Houston, Texas. Roby used to set up satellite offices in the major cities to find new talent to put out on his Peacock and Backbeat and this label, Sure Shot Records. This singer had 6 releases on the Sure Shot label. This was his third from April 65. Let's give a listen to Bobby Williams. Bobby Williams on Sure Shot. It's called When You Play, parentheses, You Gotta Pay.
cup is overflowing and you've had a real good time. You played me for your fool, baby. Now you're leaving me behind. But that's alright, little angel. I know I learned the hardest way. And I know, oh yes I know, when you play you've gotta pay. Now that it's all over, I guess I'll be on my way, yeah. And I know, oh yes I know, when you play, you gotta pay. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, one way or the other, when you play, you've gotta pay. Now listen, sometimes you pay with money, sometimes you pay with tears, sometimes you pay with heartache and love, sometimes you pay with years. Now that it's all over, I guess I'll be on my way, yeah. And I know, oh yes I know, when you play, you've gotta pay. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, one way or the other, when you play, you've gotta pay. Now listen, baby, girl, don't you know, when you play, you gotta pay. Mess around if you wanna, baby. When you play.
That is so true for record collectors. If you're collecting vinyl, if you want to play 45s, you got to pay. Some of them are very expensive, although that one was not. That was like a 25-cent purchase. Found that in the wild. A whole bunch of cool Sure Shot 45s for a quarter. Really can't go wrong. It's Bobby Williams there. April 1965 on the Sure Shot record label out of Houston, Texas. That was his third release. What I say is, his third of 6 on Sure Shot Records. When you play, you gotta pay. Johnny G playing all 60s 45s tonight. Let's continue here for this singer out of Chicago, Illinois. Her real name was Rosemarie Timothea Oruro. She signed with Liberty Records in 1961. She had 14 releases on Liberty through 1964. You may know her biggest hit. It was her debut single, a song called Hurt. That was her biggest hit, but she would sign with Mercury Records in 1964. She had 9 singles on the Mercury label. This was her 5th, a tune written by Baker Knight, arranged by Jack Nietzsche, produced by Mike Curb and Nick Vinette. This charted number 68 on WQTV in Latrobe, Pennsylvania, September 1965. Miss Timmy Yuro. Timmy Yuro on the Mercury record label. It's called Teardrops Till Dawn.
How my poor heart is pounding as though it were going to break, gonna break. While the whole world is sleeping, I'm lying here so wide awake, wide awake. Though I try to forget you, your memory still lingers on, and there'll be too many heartaches and too many teardrops till dawn. Well, I took down your picture to keep you from smiling at me. Oh, I did, 'cause it only reminds me of how
That's Miss Timmy Yuro there. I like Timmy Yuro, I really do, especially sounds like that. Timmy Yuro, September 1965. That's on the Mercury record label. It's called Teardrops Till Dawn. And that one there is a Baker Knight pen tune. That was her, her fifth of 9 releases for Mercury Records. Now, she was diagnosed with throat cancer, unfortunately, in the 1990s, and she passed away on March 30, 2003. She was 63 years old, and really a sad thing. But she left us with some great records. How about a twin spin with Miss Timmy Yuro? Now, after Mercury, she would go back to Liberty Records for 2 more releases. I think they came out in 1968. I have both of those, but this I think this release is like from the early 70s, but it doesn't sound like an early 70s record. I think it came out in 1974. Miami Santi should be happy with this 70s release. And it's actually a cover song, and I'm sure many of you know this tune. It was first recorded by Sam and Dave back in 1967 for Stax Records, a tune written by David Porter and Isaac Hayes. And this, I think, is 1974. This is a twin spin with Miss Timmy Yuro on Frequency Records. Yeah, Frequency Record Company, it's called. And let's give a listen to her rendition of the tune When Something Is Wrong with My Baby. Touch of the 70s here on the All 60s edition. Twin spin there with Miss Timmy Yuro, 1974. That's on the Frequency Record Company record label. Frequency Record Corp, it's called. When Something Is Wrong with My Baby is the name of the tune. As we continue here on Vinyl Treasures, this next singer, born in Greenville, Mississippi, but relocated to Chicago, Illinois in 1959. Then he was discovered by R&B singer Harold Burridge, first recording as Tyrone the Wonder Boy on Four Brothers Records in 1965. He signed with Dakar. He signed with Dakar in 1968 and had his biggest hit called Can I Change My Mind as his as Tyrone Davis, but here's his first of three on the Four Brothers record label out of Chicago. This charted number 21 on KATX in St. Louis, Missouri. This is Tyrone parentheses the Wonder Boy, aka Tyrone Davis, from September 65, his first of three on Four Brothers Records. The song is called Suffer.
You made me suffer. When you went away from me, yes you did. You made me suffer. I can't stand this misery, 'cause when I'm all by myself, I just don't wanna see nobody else. You made me suffer. You made me suffer. And now that you're gone, baby, I don't know what I'm gonna do. You made me suffer. And you're not in my arms, but I still feel your sweet charm. 'Cause when I'm all by myself, I just don't wanna see nobody else. Make me suffer. You made me suffer, yeah. But it's alright, Lord woman. I said it's alright. You know you made me suffer, baby, yeah. But it's alright. I says it's alright. And you know that I beg you.
September 65 release for Tyrone Davis, but at the time he was known as Tyrone the Wonder Boy. That's his first of three on Four Brothers Records. Suffer is the name of the tune. Hopefully Johnny G not making you suffer through these 45s, cool 45s on a Saturday evening. Again, if you're new to YouTube, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Tell your friends about it. And if you have a request or you want to get in touch with Johnny G, send me an email at vinyltreasures@aol.com. Also, you can go to my website, vinyltreasures.net. You can stream or download the show there if you miss any of the show, but YouTube posts this up like right after I shut down. They usually post it up, and then they run me through a copyright filter. Then the police come after me, the copyright police, and they've been nice to me lately, but we continue. I haven't seen anything yet, but let's continue here as we go to Philadelphia, PA now for this next 45. This is produced by Bobby Martin. Now, he was a driving force with the developments of the Philadelphia soul sound. One of the driving forces, because there were many. Kenny Gamble, Leon Huff for one, but he was also a driving force. And now you might think Gamble and Huff, I mentioned that, but before them it was Bobby Martin, and he is behind this release on the Alpha label. Alpha Records, a subsidiary of Don L Records, and They might have been his labels too. Really couldn't verify that, but I thought this duet might have been members of the Kittens because it kind of has a girl group sound. They were a girl group that recorded on Donnell Records, but who knows? They're called Ronnie and Joyce. Ronnie and Joyce is from 1966. This is on the Alpha label. It's called On the Stage of Love. That's out of Philadelphia, PA from 1966. They are Ronnie and Joyce. Ronnie and Joyce on the Alpha label. On the Stage of Love is the name of the tune. Johnny G's on the stage of Oldies and More Radio, spinning my original vinyl 45s. We do it from 9 p.m. to midnight every Wednesday night. We continue now. You all know this group, originally from Harvey, Illinois, first recorded way back in 1954 as the El Rays on the Checker record label. Then they signed with Vivian Carter's VJ Records as the Dells. They had 17 releases for VJ Records between the years 1955 and 1965. This was their 15th release, and it features Marvin Jr. on lead. This is produced by Calvin Carter. Let's go to August 1964 for the Dells. The Dells on VJ. It's called Wait Till Tomorrow.
When you smile, the girls can't resist you. A wink of the eye, you got it made. You tell them you care, but it's just another adventure. Ooh, you got a big surprise, and it's heading your way. And if you don't believe me, just wait until tomorrow. Wait until tomorrow. I'll wipe that smile off your face. Whoa, no, don't deny it. I know you've been trying until tomorrow comes. And if you don't believe me, just wait until tomorrow. Oh, wait until tomorrow. And tomorrow, she's gonna tell you she's mine. Trying to talk to my babe when I'm not around. Oh, you skyline my name.
That's the sound of the Dells here on the All 60s edition. August 1964, VJ Records, Wait Till Tomorrow is the name of the tune. Johnny G ain't waiting any longer. We're going to continue with the 45's here for this gal. I love all her sides. I do. I pulled a bunch out, so stay tuned for future releases on my show, future plays by this gal. She was born January 30th, 1946 in St. Louis, Missouri, but she moved to Chicago, Illinois in 1954. Her initial release was on Sam Cooke's SAR record label back in 1962, a song called Hard Times. But she signed with Leonard Chess's Chess record label, and she would have her biggest hit with her first release on Chess. It was this one, her first of 7. And well, Mark's saying, I guess we got to say I am playing a hit here, and I'm good for one hit. I think it's one hit tonight, but this was number 11. Yeah, we got to call this one a hit, but I like this record. This was number 11 on Billboard. Both Billboard and the R&B charts, number 4 on Cashbox, number 1 on WEBB in Baltimore, Maryland, also number 1 on WVON in Chicago. But I like the song. July 64 on Chess Records. Let's give a listen to Jackie Ross. Jackie Ross and her tune called Selfish One.
Your lips met mine, you'll be getting to let your
That's the sound of Jackie Ross here on the All 60s edition, July 1964. That's her first of 7 on the Chess record banner. Selfish One is the name of the tune. I remember when I first started college, went to Pace University, I had a 71 Chevy Impala with a tape deck, and I recorded certain songs, and I would drive, you had to go down and you had to like cut through where all the students would cross. They're going into the classes, and I would keep my windows open and I would play the music loud. So, and I intentionally did that for others to hear. So they're going, what is he playing? Because I would play that song, and then I would play Linda Griner, Goodbye Cruel Love. I would play that, and they're going, and they would always look, and they're saying, what is Johnny G playing? Well, he's a collector of all those records. So I was trying to educate a lot of my student friends at Pace University with this. I was successful at my high school because I got a lot of my high school friends into the music, but they were into Richie Valens and the Del Vikings and all that 50s stuff. But then I still got a lot of my friends involved into soul music because I used to buy it and I used to play it, especially in the car. I would pick people up in the car and whatnot. What are you playing? Where are you getting that record from? But anyway, Johnny G babbling on here. Let's continue here. Let's go back to Detroit, Michigan. This group first recorded as the Four Sonics for the Sport record label in 1967. Then in late 1968, they added one more member to become the Four Sonics Plus One, and they had this release on the Sepia record label. This is produced by Lorraine Chandler, January 1969. These are the Four Sonics Plus One on Sepia Records. It's called Tell Me You're Mine. January 1969 release there for the Four Sonics Plus Two. That's on Sepia Records. Tell Me You're Mine. And it was Mark Speck mentioned that, although I mentioned that it was produced It was produced by Lorraine Chandler. She also recorded it for RCA Records. Interesting. And the backing track he mentioned was to a Hesitations record. Is that what you said, Mark? I'm trying. Yeah, same backing track as She Won't Come Back by the Hesitations on Cap. I'm going to have to get that record and do the comparison. I don't even know if I have that record. Johnny G doesn't know. I don't have all. I have a lot, but I don't have all. As we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, let's go. This gal, she is not from the U.S. She is from Coventry, UK. She's from the United Kingdom. She began recording at an early age, and she eventually formed her own group. She had a number of releases over in the UK on his Master's Voice and also on the Parlophone labels. And one of those UK singles did make it here to the States. It made it to the Swan record label, as they did in the mid-1960s put out some UK artists on their label. And the A side of this was a cover of the Martha and the Vandellas Heat Wave. But let's give a listen to the B side here from February 1965. Her name is Beverly Jones. Beverly Jones on the Swan record label. The song is called Hear You Talking. I think she's trying to sound like Lulu there, as she does, but that's a Beverly Jones. Beverly Jones, February 1965. That's on the Swan record label, Hear You Talkin'. And in the UK, this 45 came out on Parlophone Records as Beverly Jones and the Prestons. And it was unfortunate that she passed away in 2012 at the age of 66. But we remember her here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's go back to Philadelphia now for this group. They backed up Margie Raymond on the Co-Ed record label. I played that record last week from April 65 as Margie and the Formations. Then in 1967 they had their own single. First came out on the local Bank label. Bank Records put it out. The song started to get airplay. MGM would pick it up. The song written by Leon Huff and Jerry Akins, Akines, and Leon Huff also produced it for John Madera Productions. And MGM, you might own this record on the MGM label. They had national distribution. I'm featuring the Bank 45, the original press. Victor Drayton, he's the lead singer. This was number 84 on Billboard, 54 on Cashbox, a big number 2 record on WLAN in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. We go to December 1967. Give a listen to the Formations. The Formations on Bank Records. It's called At the Top of the Stairs. That's the sound of the Formations there. Featured it on the first label, Bank Records. You can also get it on MGM Records. Came their first of 3 on MGM on December 1967 release. At the Top of the Stairs is the name of the tune. Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room wants to hear the flip side here. We're going to do an instant request as we flip over this 45 on the Bank label. We will do that. There you go. And we flip over At the Top of the Stairs from December 1967 on Bank. You get this tune as the B-side. It's called Magic Melody. For Mark.
Like sweet violins to my all the things I love to hear. Let the birds sing their best melody, but you sound even better to me. Magic melody.
B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, and an instant request from Mark Speck. That is the B-side to At the Top of the Stairs by the Formations, December 67, on the Bank record label. It's called Magic Melody, and that how about a triple play on the Formations. They had two more releases on MGM Records. This is their second of three. I guess we can call it the follow-up. Actually, this is a B-side too. This is the follow-up to At the Top of the Stairs, but the B-side is on MGM Records, produced by Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff for John Madera Productions. This one released in July of 1968. The Formations on the MGM record label. It's called Lonely Voice of Love. Well, as Reed mentions, I think I had it before. I played when Aretha Franklin passed away. I played three of her songs in a row, and I had to take one of them down. I didn't know they had them all tagged, and I just played three by the Formations. We'll see what happens on YouTube. They may make me take that out of there. I hope they don't, but that's their second B-side of their second release from July 1968 on MGM Records. Lonely Voice of Love is the name of that tune. And I can't tell you much about this next singer. She has this lone release, came out on the Musicor record label, a tune written by Jimmy Radcliffe and Bob Haley. And Radcliffe also produced it, and Haley arranged it. And this is on Musicor Records. Her name is Audrey Freeman. Audrey Freeman from October 64 on Musicor. The song is called 3 Rooms.
Three rooms and running water, heat only when it's 12 below. 3 rooms
That's Miss Audrey Freeman. Audrey Freeman, October 64 release. On Music or Records, 3 Rooms is the name of the tune. Now, Mark mentions that it was also recorded by H.B. Barnum on Imperial, and Clyde McPhatter also recorded on a Mercury LP as 3 Rooms with Running Water. Imagine if you didn't have running water and you rented a room. How would that work? Anyway, Johnny G babbling on here as we continue here for a Wednesday evening. Up next is a 10-member group from self-contained group, we'll say, that is out of Charlotte, North Carolina. They had 4 releases on the Smash record label. This was their first, written by the trumpet player of the group, Jim Butt, and also guitarist Roger Branch and keyboardist Mike Branch, and the lead singer. He also had a hand in writing this. His name is Hazel Martin, and he is on lead. This charted number 8 on WLAN in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Let's go to June of 1967. Give a listen to the Tempests. The Tempests on the Smash record label. It's called Would You Believe?
If you need love, baby, I got it. If you need money, baby, I got it. Oh, you need a good time, girl, baby, I got it. I got arms to hold you, I got a heart to love you, I got lips to kiss you. Would you believe? You need now, need satisfaction, baby, I got it. Good reaction, baby, I got it. Oh, you need a thrill now, baby, I got it. I got arms to hold you, I got a heart to love you, I got lips to kiss you. Would you believe I got everything you need now? Oh yeah. If you need love, baby, I got it. If you need money, baby, I got it. Oh, you need a good time, girl, baby, I got it. I got arms to hold you, I got a heart to love you, I got lips to kiss you. Would you believe I got everything you need now? You don't have to wish, girl, to make your dream come true. I got everything you need now, everything you ever want now. Come on, next day. I got everything you need now.
They're called the Tempests. The Tempests, they're from June 67. That's their first release on the Smash record label, Would You Believe? And featuring the lead singer there of Hazel Martin. Hazel Martin on Smash Records. Let's move on here for this girl group out of Jersey City, New Jersey. They formed while they were all in high school. Now, this quartet consisted of Lois Joyner, Lily Hammond, Lorraine Robinson, and Margie Godbolt, and they were called The Pets, and this was their debut single on the MGM record label from February 1965. Let's give a listen to The Pets, P-E-T-S, The Pets on MGM. It's called What Kind of Girl, parentheses, Does He Think I Am?
Was only our first date, so I just told him right from the start that we won't stay out too late and we'll just take a stroll through the park. Oh, but what a night it was! The
February 65 release there for the Pets on the MGM record label. What kind of girl, parentheses, does he think I am? Now, this group, they were managed by Winfield Lovett, who was a member of the Manhattans, and he brought the girls to Joe Evans's Carnival record label, where they recorded as the Lovettes. I have featured them here on the Vinyltreasure show, the All 60s program. Let's continue here. Let's go back to the Tempests there from June of 1967, their first release on Smash Records, Who Would You Believe? We're going to flip it over here for Evan Blatt in our YouTube chat room. This is his favorite Tempest song. This is the B-side of that record. It's called You, parentheses, Are the Star I Wish On. This is for Evan Blatt, the Tempests.
You are the star that I wish on, and you are what I build my dreams on. Destiny sent you to me, and it's plain to see. Oh, you gotta do what I really want you to do, is love me, just love me. You are my happiness. Without your love, I've got nothing but loneliness. With you holding my hand, telling me you understand every word that I say, and everything I do is for you, no one but you. Just to know that you're by my side, it gives me a feeling of security deep down inside. Just to know that you are there, and I got somebody who really cares. You are the start for me. Without your love, it's the end for me. So say that you will stay, you won't turn your back and walk away and desert me in the end. Can't you see how bad I need you? No one but you. You're a shoulder that I can cry on. I can come to you, baby, when all my friends are gone. You will listen to my every plea.
B-sides here on the All 60s show, and an instant request for listener Evan Blatt in our YouTube chat room. Those are the Tempests, the B-side to Would You Believe, a song called You, parentheses, Are the Star I Wish On. And again, the same lead singer there, Hazel Martin on lead. That's their first release, the B-side of their first release on Smash, going out to Evan Blatt in the YouTube chat room. Let's continue now as I feature this next group quite often on my All 50s and Early 60s show on Saturday nights. They are out of Cincinnati, Ohio. They had over 50 releases on Sid Nathan's King and Deluxe Records through the years, but in 1965 they signed with OK Records and put out 4 releases. This is their third, a tune co-written and produced by Billy Sherrill. It features Otis Williams on lead. This one from May 1966. Otis Williams and His Charms on the OK record label. It's called Welcome Home. That's a great sound of Otis Williams and the Charms, May 1966. It's on the OK record label. That is his third of four on OK Records, a tune co-written and produced by Billy Sherrill and Otis Williams and the Charms there, a song entitled Welcome Home. Hopefully Johnny G welcoming you to the All 60s edition. If you're new to the program, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I broadcast live on Oldies and More Radio beginning at 9 p.m., 9 to midnight right here on Oldies and More. Let's continue. Not much known about this group, but the song was a top 10 hit on WLAN in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. The tune written and produced by Teddy Van. I was going to say Teddy Man. Teddy Van. Now, this is on Nate McCallah's Calla label. Now, Nate was an associate to Maurice Levy. I think some said he was his bodyguard or his taxi driver, his driver, his limo driver or something. But he actually managed to label this Calla label, so we don't want to talk a lot about that. But this comes two ways, though, for you collectors out there. The first pressing, released in January 1967, has a talking intro. It was then re-released 5 months later without the intro, and I have it both ways. I'm featuring it with the talking intro here. So this is a true first press from January 1967. They are Frankie and the Classicals. Frankie and the Classicals on the Calla record label. The song is called What Shall I Do?
There he is, my old love. He's with his new girlfriend. Isn't she pretty? Oh, he's looking my way. He's walking straight at me. What should I do? What should I do? Should I speak to him? Tell me. What should I do when he asks me again? It's too late to run away. I don't know what I should say. Tell me what should I do? Should I say hello? Tell me. What should I do? Now my heart's all alone. It's so hard to pretend that he's just another friend.
Hi, baby. What's happening with you? Nothing? Oh, that's too bad. You know, I just came around to see what was happening with you, see if it was any new party. Oh, come on. You can do better than that now.
What should I do? Now my love has gone. Tell me. What should I do? Now I'm left alone. Should I tell him how I feel? That my heart just won't heal. I wanna know. What should I do? Tell me. I wanna know. What should I do? Tell me. I gotta know. What should I do? Tell me.
As Frankie and the Classicals, we'll send that one out to Reed King in our YouTube chat room. He likes that tune there from January 1967 with the first issue with the talking intro there. A song called What Shall I Do came out on the Cala record label. Then it was re-released. They kind of shortened it in June of 1967. That other copy, the shortened copy, I used to buy records from Lost Night Records. They had like a warehouse, and you would have to put alternates there. Like I think they were $1 or they were 79 cents, something like that. So I would send them a list of 15 records that I wanted, be with $15 with postage of $2 or whatever, and that's how I got that record. Plus others had a BB hole in it, but then I eventually picked it up with the intro as we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. And that Teddy Van backing track was used on a number of releases. And it's interesting because Mark Speck mentioned in the chat room that someone by the name of Honey Townsend put it out, and I didn't know about that release, but I see that the Honey Townsend release might have been around September of 1966, which predates the Frankie and the Classicals. So that's probably the first time at least the backing track came out, and then maybe Frankie and the Classicals or Teddy Van put the words to the music. And then in March of 67, with the second release of the Frankie and the Classicals, Laura Green recorded it for RCA with the backing track Moonlight, Music, and You. I have played that here on the program. And then there was an instrumental version by the Subway Riders on the Moonshot label. I think that came out actually in February 67, prior to this one by the second release by Frankie and the Classicals and Laura Green. And then there is one more release in January of 68 as a B-side on a Bang single by The Burning Emotions. The A-side was called The Whatchamacallit, and the B-side is something called The New World. And I think the A-side of that Subway Riders was a song called Adam. I have that 45 too. I should play that one. I haven't even test played that record yet. But anyway, we're going to do, I guess we can call it a twin spin on the backing track if that's the case. The only thing in this record, in this version, is that it drives Charlene crazy. She has enough birds in her backyard that she feeds. She doesn't need to hear them on the Vinyl Treasure Show, but we are. This is from January 68. I guess this is the final use of that backing track there, that Teddy Van backing track. They're called The Burning Emotions on the Bang label. It's called The New World. We'll send that one out to Charlene Whiteside in Huntsville, Texas, as she's eating her hot dogs tonight. That is the Burning Emotions there, January 1968 on the Bang record label, The New World. You could probably play that in a like a horror movie or something. Anyway, Johnny G here on a Wednesday evening, spinning my 1960s 45s. Let's go to Brooklyn, New York for this next singer. Started singing back in 1958, recording under his real name, which is Bobby Pedrick Jr., but in 1967 he signed with Columbia Records, and with the help from his writing partner, his name is Mike Gatley, he released 5 singles on the Columbia label. Now, his first was a song called If You Don't Want My Love, produced by Charlie Colello. That was a favorite of my Aunt Mary's. I remember when she bought that 45 and brought it home. But let's give a spin to his 5th release on Columbia. This one also arranged and conducted by Charlie Colello. This charted number 28 on WEEX in Easton, Pennsylvania from July 1969. Let's give a listen to Robert John, a.k.a. Bobby Pedrick Jr. This is on Columbia Records. It's called Who Could Ever Believe It?
I told you that I'd hurt you and someday make you cry. You just happen to be there to help a lonely guy. I just needed someone to hold me, to comfort me at the time. Oh, but who could ever believe it, that I'd fall in love with you? Who could ever explain it, what I do? I knew what I was doing until you came around. You knew what you were doing, baby. You wanted to be found. Now the future holds us together, forever just you and me. Oh, but who could ever believe it, that I'd fall in love with you? I'd fall for you, baby. Who could ever explain it, what I do? I just needed someone to hold me, to comfort me at the time. Oh, who could ever believe it, that I'd fall in love with you? I'd fall for you, baby. Who could ever explain it, what I do? Who could ever believe it, that I'd fall in love with you? That I'd fall for you, baby. Who could ever explain it, what I do?
That's July 1969 there. That's Mr. Robert John. Robert John on the Columbia record label. Who Could Ever Believe It is the name of the tune. Don't ask Johnny G to flip it over because it's the same song on both sides. I never paid more than $1 from the dealers that offered me same songs on both sides, those promos. I said, you're gypping me. You're only giving me half of a record, so I should not pay more than $1 for half of a record. That's how I looked at it anyway. As Johnny G babbles on here, let's continue here. Let's go back to Chicago, Illinois. Although this gal was originally from Memphis, Tennessee, her real name was Cora Anna Walton, and she was discovered by blues singer Willie Dixon. I played one of her records last week. I forget the name of it. But Willie Dixon wrote a lot of her tunes, as he did this one. This was her second of 9 for the Checker record label, and it was also arranged by It was also arranged by Willie Dixon. This charted number 8 on WRBD in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Let's give a listen to Miss Koko Taylor. Koko Taylor, I'll send this one out to listener Dennis Fluharty. This is Koko Taylor from April 65 on Checker. It's called Don't Mess with the Messer. That's Miss Koko Taylor. We'll send it out to Dennis Fluharty there. That's her second of 9 on the Checker record label. Don't Mess with the Messer. That one there from April 1965. We continue here. We go out to California now for this duo. They are John and Carol. Now, this came out on the Botone record label, Botone. Now, John is really John Foster. He gets writer credit on this, but who is Carol? Nobody seems to know who Carol is. But they're being backed up by a band called the Savonics, Savonics. This came out in January of 64. They are John and Carol. This is on Botone Records. It's called I Don't Want to Win Your Love.
forget. You might as well give it on up. It ain't gonna take me long to win your love. Poor fool, she's falling in love. She might as well give it on up. Ain't gonna waste precious time by trying to win your love. I don't wanna win your love for a second time. No, I don't wanna kiss your lips for a second time. Just
Duets here on the All 60s edition. That's John and Carol, just missing Ted and Alice there, January 1964. That's on the Bowtone record label. I Don't Want to Win Your Love is the name of the tune, and Reed King mentions that it's Fat Daddy Lyons record label out of Oakland, California. I would think if it was Fat Daddy, those records play terrible on the Lions record label. I know that. I have a number of those Lions singles in my collection. We continue now, and we stay out in California as this 45 first came out on the Rally label out of Los Angeles. It was then picked up by Columbia Records. I'm glad to have both, I would say. And I'm featuring the Columbia Press. The song written by Lanny and Robert Duncan. The artist's name is Billy Quarles. Billy Quarles from March 65 on Columbia Records. It's called Breaking Up What I've Done. No. Is that it? No. This side is called, Charlene, you copied the Rally side here. It's called Quit Breaking Up What I've Done Wrong. That's a different title on the Columbia label, but I like the song.
Quit bringing up what I've done wrong. I always hear the same old song. Every time we fight, oh, you are always right. Bringing up the things that I've done wrong.
That's right, you're wrong.
The good I used to date, the times I showed up late, are always on your mind. See that you could find something else beside what I've done wrong.
That's right, you're wrong.
Why must you haunt me with things I try to forget? Reminding me of all the things that you know I regret. You knew that I could do the same, but I don't play that kind of game. If you forget the past, I know our love can last. Quit bringing up things that I've done wrong.
That's right, you're wrong.
Why must you haunt me with the things I try to forget? Reminding me of all the things that you know I regret.
You try to forget.
Hey, you knew that I could do the same.
Whoops, that's the sound of Billy Quarles. Billy Quarles from March 1965. It's on the Columbia record label, first pressed on the Rally label, a shorter title, Bringing Up What I've Done Wrong. But on the Columbia release, it's called Quit Bringing Up What I've Done Wrong. So they got a longer title there on the Columbia label there for some reason. But I like that record, and I really do. So does, I think Rob mentioned that he liked it also. There you go. Let's continue here on the All 60s edition. Been featuring this gal. Been playing all her records every week here. She's from Havre de Grace, Maryland. Been featuring all her Juan releases over the last few weeks. Her real name, Donzella Petty John, but she recorded as Nella Dodds. Now here is the A-side of her. Is this her third release here? I don't think so. I think it's her fourth. Oh, Charlene. Nella Dodds. Let's see. Nella D-O-D-D. Nella Dodds, she had 4 releases. No, I'm sorry, she had more. This is this is Your Love Back. So this is, where is this record? Come see, Finders Keepers. This is 178. Where's 178? Wait a minute. Is weird here. They got something. No, there it is. Wait, 178? I don't see a 178 on the 178 I see on a 45 Cat has. It's not this. Oh, it's a different title. It's called parentheses To Get Your Love Back. And this mine just says Your Love Back. So I don't know what's going on there. Sorry about that, folks. But it is her third of 6 on the Juan label from February 65, Miss Nella Dodds. Mine says Your Love Back. Miss Nella Dodds on Juan. Oh, gee. That's Miss Nella Dodds. Nella Dodds there on the Juan record label. That is her third of 6 called Your Love Back from February 65. I'm looking at a copy on 45 Cat. It goes in parentheses To Get Your Love Back. That's very interesting there. I wonder which one is first. Anyway, with Johnny G here on a Wednesday evening as we continue here. We go back to Philadelphia, PA for this vocal quintet. They started back in the 1950s, originally named the Blue Notes, but by the mid-1960s, they were Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, with only one original member remaining at this time, Bernard Williams. But this is their first as Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, and it features John Atkins on lead. This is from December of 1964. This is on the Philadelphia-based Landa label, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. It's called Get Out, parentheses, and Let Me Cry.
Just hung up the telephone. I've heard all about you. Your new boyfriend couldn't wait to tell me that you and I are through. Don't try to spare my feelings, just get out. Just get out and let me cry. Get out and let me cry. If what he says is true, I only wish the best for you. Can't let you see me crying, so get out.
That's the sound of Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, their December 1964 release. Came out on the Landa record label, song entitled Get Out, parentheses, and Let Me Cry. John G not getting out until 12 midnight. We'll do a little bit of overtime here as we continue here. Starting to get some copyright issues here for some reason. Don't know what it is, but we're going to stay in Philadelphia now for this next group. They signed with Gilda Woods' Dion record, no, I always say this wrong. Is it Dion? No. Yeah, how do you say it, Mark? Dion record label. There is a thing here. I messed this up the last time. And in late 1966, they had 8 releases. Their debut single was their biggest hit. It was called Dry Your Eyes. But let's give a listen to their 4th of 8 on the label, written and produced by Bob Finez. This charted number 58 on Billboard, 27 on the R&B chart, a big number 1 record on WMDM in Miami, Florida. And it features Brenda Payton on lead. This is from September 1967. Let's give a listen to Brenda and the Tabulations. It's called When You're Gone. Sound of Philadelphia here on the All 60s edition. That's Brenda and the Tabulations. Brenda Payton on lead, September 1967. That's their 4th of 8 on the Dion record label. When You're Gone is the name of the tune. Where are we going to do When We're Gone? Really don't know. Like Greg Zurich, he just is gone. I think they're having a service for Greg in Bridgewater, New Jersey. I think it's Bridgewater, New Jersey on Saturday at I forget the name of the cemetery. It's like 11:30, and I'm supposed to meet. I'm going to meet Pete Yaffe's going to be stopping by here, I think, on a Friday night. So I'm going to spend some time with Pete Yaffe, talk about record collecting. But he's going to go to the ceremony there. It's It's on. I think if you just Google Greg's name, it's. I still can't get over it here. It's still very tragic for Johnny G. Anyway, let's continue here on the All 60s edition. This next artist, he was born in the Bahamas, but he moved to Chicago, Illinois. First recorded back in 1965 on the Conlo label with Stop the Baby is the name of that. He did 3 on the Thomas label. This is his second. This is on Eddie Thomas's Thomas record label. This charted number 15 on KYOK in Houston, Texas. We go to April 1965 for Gemo Thomas. Gemo Thomas on the Thomas label. It's called Arrest Me. Gemo Thomas there on Thomas record label. That is his second of 3 on the Thomas label from April 1966, called Arrest Me is the name of the tune. I've never been arrested, so I don't know what it feels. I don't think I want to feel. I don't even want to experience an arrest. I mean, I've been threatened with an arrest. If if a police officer tells you, if you don't leave now, you're going to be arrested. I mean, that's the closest I would have gotten to something like that. If I can't even remember when, but I remember hearing that sometime in my in my younger days. Anyway, Johnny G here spinning original vinyl 45s. Let's continue here for this gal from Orlando, Florida. As a teen, she worked for Big May Bell, who was the one that encouraged her to sing. Her first release was in 1962. She recorded for the Douglas label out in Cal. I have that record, by the way. I should check it out. She has other releases on Jubilee, and that was her biggest hit on Jubilee from 63 called Cry to Me. But this is one I have. She recorded on the Sansu record label. She had a lot. She had 10 releases on Sansu, and this is her fifth from September 1967. Let's give a listen to Betty Harris. Betty Harris on the Sansu label. It's called maybe she should be arrested. It's called I'm Evil Tonight.
I'm evil tonight, mean as I can be, 'cause the man I love just walked away from me. So if you don't mind, please leave me alone. I've got no time for jokes, please leave me alone with my broken heart. Wasted love in this old heart of mine, and I can't hold back the tears. I just can't keep from crying. So if you don't mind, please leave me alone. I've got no time for jokes. Please leave me alone with my broken heart. His loving thrilled me. Now it's about to kill me. Wasted love in this old heart of mine, and I can't hold back the tears. I just can't keep from crying. So if you don't mind, please leave me alone. Got no time for jokes. Please leave me alone. His loving thrilled me. Now he's about to kill me. Messing up my mind. I just can't keep from crying. His loving thrilled me. His loving thrilled me. He messed up my mind. Now I can't keep from crying.
That's the sound of Betty Harris there, September 1967. It's on the Sansu record label. That's her fifth of 10 on Sansu. Song entitled I'm Evil Tonight. We're just joking around here a little bit, but I remember when I was much younger, on, I guess, not Halloween night. Is it Halloween Eve? It's the 30th. The mischievous things you would do on that day. Well, I did something terrible that day, and I used to like to watch fire. I used to like to and it sounds kind of crazy, but I did. I would always love to set up the barbecue and get the twigs and light the fire and whatnot. But again, you're putting charcoal on there. So what did I do one day, the idiot that I am? So where my grandmother lived, they had the sewer there, and the sewers that the water would run down, and they'd have it would have either a stone top on it or a metal top, and then there was like a hole there on the sides of the road, and the water would just run into it. But not only did the water run into that, a lot of leaves and paper and straws and garbage would roll into that. So what did I do one day like a fool? I saw, there was a lot of paper in there, so I must have lit like an old cup, and I threw it in the sewer. And, I didn't know better that there could have been like terrible gases or something there that could have exploded, but there was my aunt had a 59, I think it was a Bel Air, I think. It had, and the tires were like kind of like right over this a grate, and the flames started coming through the like little space in between the two pieces of metal or stone. So I started freaking out. So what I did is I was pulling out the neighbor's plants with dirt on them. You know when you pull plants out of the ground and it has a whole bunch of, I must have been about 8 years old or 9 years old, and I was throwing them into the sewer, and it eventually put the fire out, but it started smoking. The whole street looked like there was all this. It was a dead end street. That could have got me arrested. Anyway, we're talking about arrests. Anyway, Johnny G babbling on. Let's continue here. Here's another 45 I remember my aunt purchasing back in 1968. This group is from Allentown, Pennsylvania, and this song made it only to number 64 on Billboard, number 53 on Cashbox, but was a big number 4 record on WMLO in Beverly, Massachusetts. This tune arranged by Jimmy Wisner, and it's their follow-up to their song Strawberry Shortcake. Again, it features lead singer Jay Proctor on lead. Let's give a listen to Jay and the Techniques from March 1968 on the Smash label. It's called Baby Make Your Own Sweet Music. That's the sound of Jay and the Techniques here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Jay Proctor on lead, March 1968. 1968 on the Smash record label, Baby Make Your Own Sweet Music. is the name of the tune. As we continue here on the All 60s edition, do any of you out there remember a label called Hit Records? It was like a budget label, and I think they used to advertise on TV, if I'm not mistaken. You can buy all the hits of the day, and it would usually be two different artists on the record doing whatever the current hit of the day was. I have the original sleeve on this 45. They were 39 cents, and I don't know if you ordered it in mail order or if they were the back of like certain magazines where you can order it. Now, most of the songs were, kind of drab compared to the originals, but some of them, they did have some originals, and they did have some pretty decent covers. And one of the gals that at least did good jobs on the record was this gal called Alpha Zoe. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't think it's Zoe. I think it's Alpha Zoe, Z-O-E. Alpha, A-L-P-H-A. And I have a few of her records. I think one of them might even be a Northern Soul record, if I'm not mistaken. But I would run this label, and they were selling, they would sell me these records for 50 cents to $1, and I was buying them in all different conditions. I wanted to really have them all. Not that I would even play any of them, but I'm going to play this one because it's a cover of the Barbara Lewis hit, Hello Stranger, that came out on Atlantic Records in March of 1963. So this had to be released probably a little later than that. So this was somewhere probably in June or so of 63, where you can order this record for 39 cents, I guess. It's on the Hit Record label. Her name is Alpha Zoe. Reed thinks it's Zoe, but I guess maybe if it had the accent, I don't know, on it, but I don't know. But I used to say Zoe, but I'll say either way. But let's give a listen to her rendition, Alpha Zoe's rendition of Hello Stranger. It's from 1963.
Shabbat, shabbat, my baby. Shabbat, shabbat. Hello, stranger.
A mighty long time. Shabbat, shabbat, my baby.
It seems like a mighty long time.
Like a mighty long time. Shabbat, shabbat, my baby. Ooh, it seems like a mighty long time. Shabbat, shabbat, my baby. 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 Shabbat, my baby, ooh, it seems like a mighty long time. Shabbat, shabbat, my baby. Shabbat, shabbat, my baby. Shabbat, shabbat, my baby. Shabbat, shabbat, my baby. Shabbat, shabbat, my baby.
Cover tunes here on the All 60s edition. That's actually a pretty nice rendition. Of course, the Dells were backing up Barbara Lewis originally on the Atlantic release, but her voice is excellent, I think. This Alpha Zoe from 1963 on the Hit record label. I have other releases by her. I mean, the flip side is like, I don't know what it is. What did they put on the flip side of this one? Just for curiosity. Oh, yes, Sukiyaki by the Music City Chorus and Orchestra featuring Samayami. That should be an interesting play, shouldn't it? Not for the Soul Show. See, I do that on, once I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll be playing records like that for you. What do you think? Let's continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Now, here's a singer from Lancaster, South Carolina. He began his career with a vocal group called the Gladiolas. And those of you that listen to my 50s show, you know who I'm talking about. And this group was called, would later be called, though, the Zodiacs. And where he had his biggest hit, it was a song called "Stay." Came out on the Herald record label, but he continues to perform today, I think, and because this was an old write-up, I'd say, Charlene, on the beach music scene. And this song was covered by Bill Deal and the Rondells. Of course, they had a much bigger hit than the originator of this. It was 1969, but this is the original version of the song. It's a song he wrote, and this first came out on VJ Records. It was later issued on Disu. Disu put it out when Bill Deal and the Rondells version came out. But I'm featuring it the first time it came out in May of 1965 on VJ Records. This is Maurice Williams. No mention of the Zodiacs, but they are on this. And this is the original version of May I. As Maurice Williams there, the original version of May I from May 1965 on the VJ record label. Of course, it came out on Disu Records when when Bill Deal and the Rondells version started taking off there. Johnny G here on Wednesday evening. I was going to say Saturday evening, but we continue here. Here's a girl group out of Detroit, Michigan. They have 2 releases on the Randy record label. With their first release, they were called the Aprils, and Adrian in Mexico requested that Aprils record, but I don't own that one. That is a hard record. This one's hard enough to find, let alone their first one is hard to find. But I have the second release, and they changed their name a little bit. They gave credit to the lead singer. Now, her name is Fern. I mean, does anybody know anybody else named Fern? I mean, I know of one other person. Maybe Dave the Rave knows of one other person also. But they changed the name of the group to Fern and the Aprils. And the lead singer, Fern, her real name is Fern Bledsoe, Bledsoe. And she was a former secretary at Motown Records, by the way. And after this, she would join the Fascinations that recorded for the Mayfield record label. But prior to that, she was the lead singer of this group called the Aprils. This is from 1964. Let's give a listen to Fern and the Aprils on the Randy record label. It's called Gotta Be in Love. We'll send this one out to Dave the Rave.
It just isn't right. My heart is reeling. I can't even sleep at night. When I look into his eyes, I begin to realize that I've gotta be in love, gotta be in love, gotta be in love. Oh baby, pretty baby, with you. The beginning for me and my wonderful guy. When I look into his eyes, I begin to realize that I've gotta be in love, gotta be in love, gotta be in love. Oh baby, pretty baby, with you. Just isn't right. My heart is reeling. I can't even sleep at night. When I look into his eyes, I begin to realize that I've gotta be in love, gotta be in love, gotta be in love. Oh baby, pretty baby, with you.
1964 release there for Fern and the Aprils. That's their second release. Don't have their first one there. Sorry, Adrian. I wish I did. That's on the Randy record label. Gotta Be in Love is the name of the tune, featuring Fern Bledsoe on lead. We are almost in Vinyltreasure overtime here as we go to Brooklyn, New York for this next group. Now, the lead singer for the group, he was first a member of the DuPonts, recorded, that's a 1950s group, recorded for Winley and Royal Roost Records. Then he sang lead with the Chesters. They recorded for Bess Berman's Apollo Records, and finally with a group called the Imperials, beginning with George Goldner's End record label. But they would leave End Records to sign with Don Costa's DCP International record label. Then when DCP got bought out, United Artists purchased their contract. The rest of their releases came out on Veep Records, along with a lot of those DCP International records. But this is their 14th of 19 releases on Veep. This is written, produced, and arranged by Teddy Randazzo. It features Anthony Guardine on lead, normally known as Little Anthony, but on this one it doesn't have Little in front of it, so I don't know, maybe he grew by the time he recorded this. But it's from November 67 on the Veep label. Anthony and the Imperials. It doesn't say Little, but it's Anthony and the Imperials. It's called If I Remember to Forget.
If I remember to forget, I can almost be myself again. But each time I meet someone that we knew, it reminds me of you, and it starts again, hurting my heart again. If I remember to forget all the little dreams that fell apart, if I don't recall the things you would say, for a while I'm okay, but I know it's gonna take a long, long time trying to pretend that we're only friends, that I'm over you and it had to end somehow. I can't believe it's really true. There is someone new who is holding you. If I remember to forget, I'll be strong enough to pass you by. Don't be fooled if there's a tear in my eyes. I forgot how to cry. And yeah, sometimes I just forget to remember to
November 1967 release there for Anthony and the Imperials on the Veep record label. If I Remember to Forget is the name of the tune. Now, Mark Speck wants Johnny G to flip this 45 over for an instant request. And we're going to do that here. And let's put it on here. Now, this is actually a cover song. This song was first recorded by Kenny Odell. It was interesting because my aunt had both copies that were out at the same time. Kenny Odell put it out on Vegas. He wrote the song. And then Bobby V also put out the song, but this is a version. This is a version by Anthony and the Imperials. Now, I don't know, maybe because I don't know if Little Anthony's on lead here, so we're going to listen to it here. I have played this before, but a long time ago. So this is an instant request for Mark Speck in the YouTube chat room from November 1967. This is on the Veep record. Let's flip over, If I Remember to Forget, and give a listen to Anthony and the Imperials version of Beautiful People.
You just gotta be one of the most beautiful people in the whole wide world. It's true, it's true, it's true. Oh, and I love you. You're so easy to make conversation with, and nobody else can please me that way. No one can say that you're a wallflower, 'cause you always got something groovy to say. You just gotta be one of the most beautiful people in the whole wide world. It's true, it's true, it's true. Oh, and I love you. Talk about a girl with a sweet disposition. You ought to have a room full of ribbons, wear them in your hair every day of the week for me. Yeah. People turn around, they know we're the happiest people today in this whole town. It's no wonder that they kinda wonder that we're not the grooviest couple around. You just gotta be one of the most beautiful people in the whole wide world. It's true, it's true, it's true. Oh, and I love you. Hey! You just gotta be one of the most beautiful people in the whole wide world. It's true, it's true, it's true. Oh, I love you. Hey! True, it's true, it's true. Oh, and I love you. Hey! You just gotta be one of the most beautiful people in the whole wide world. You just gotta be one of the most beautiful people in the whole wide world.
Cover tunes here on the All 60s edition. That one by request for Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room. That's Anthony and the Imperials, although Anthony Guardine is not on lead there. That's one of the other guys on lead. November 1967, doing the Kenny Odell tune, Beautiful People. That was the intended A-side there on the Veep record label. We continue here on, we are in overtime here. This next group, they formed in Bayonne, New Jersey in 1964, but prior to that, they recorded in 1962 as the Creators on the TK and the Phillips record label, but they had a number 6, they had a big hit on the Blue Cat record label in 1965 with the song called The Boy from New York City. They have other releases on AGP. I think, Reed, you're looking for that one. I paid $300 for that AGP 45. They have one on Share. They have one on Capitol, and I'm featuring the release, but they have others too. I think I have them on, what's that other label? Volume? Is it on Volume? No, as I'm losing my mind. But here's one on the Phillips label. Now, I don't know if Marianne Thomas was still with the group at the time, but it is a female singer. But I don't know if it's her. I didn't get a check to check on this. But this is from May of 1967. This is the intended B-side of the 45. Let's give a listen to the Ad-Libs. The Ad-Libs on the Phillips label. It's called Don't Ever Leave Me.
I'm going crazy over you. Since you told me that you loved me last night. Since you told me that I kissed you just right. Don't ever leave me.
Don't ever leave me.
Don't ever leave me.
Don't ever leave me, baby, baby. Don't ever leave me.
I'm going crazy over the way you look at me and say that you know our love is really here to stay. Don't ever leave me. Don't ever leave me. Don't ever leave me. Tell me that you care. Your love I want to share. Baby, I love you so. Your love I won't let go. I'm going crazy over you, 'cause I like the way you look at me and say that you know our love is really here to stay. Don't ever leave me. Don't ever leave me. Don't ever leave me. Baby, baby, don't ever leave me. Baby, don't you go. Don't ever leave me. You know I love you so. Don't ever leave me. Baby, baby,
May 67 release there for the Ad-Libs. Ad-Libs on the Phillips label. It's called Don't Ever Leave Me. Johnny G not leaving you yet. We will be leaving soon. Let's do a little bit more overtime. Up next, a singer from New Orleans, Louisiana, first recorded back in 1954 for Savoy Records. He was a member of the Blue Diamonds. His name was Ernest K-Doe Jr., and in 1955 he went solo with releases on the Specialty label, probably best known for his 1961 national hit, big #1 hit for him, called Mother-in-Law. But he had other releases on many different labels: Ember, Instant, Minute, Janice, Sansu, and Don Robey's Duke record label. This is his second of 10 on the Duke label. It's a tune he wrote from April 1965. Let's give a listen to Ernie K-Doe. Ernie K-Doe on Duke Records. The song is called Someone.
I said there's someone somewhere loves me, and I know there's some little girl out there tonight, Lord, really need me. Maybe in your city, might be in your town, but I know it's someone. I say there's someone somewhere wanna walk with me, and I know there's some little girl out there tonight who wanna talk to me. Maybe in your city, might be in your town, but I know it's someone. Yeah, 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 someone. I know there's some little girl feeling her heart what I feel, and feel like she need me. Oh, my, 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 someone. I said there's someone somewhere in this world love me. Maybe it's you, or you don't wanna need me right now. Maybe in your city, might be in this town, but I know it's someone. Yeah, 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 come on and try me. Try me. Wow. I'm falling on my knees. I'm begging you, baby. Baby, please, 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 come on. I can't stand the pain.
April 1965 there for Ernie K-Doe. Ernie K-Doe is second of 10 On Don Robey's Duke record label, Someone is the name of the tune. Someone will be ending soon, but let's go a little bit more. I heard this record on the radio. It was Saturday, and I was blasting it because I really love this record. Two members of this group were previously members of a group called the Gypsies. They had 4 releases on Old Town Records. They were sisters, Shirley and Ernestine Pierce. They were from South Carolina. They added their friend Viola Billups and called themselves the Flirtations. And this is their biggest hit. This is their biggest hit that came out on the Durham record label. And it was number 34 on Billboard, 31 on Cashbox, and it features Ernestine Pierce on lead. Let's go to November of 1968. I need this with the Christmas flip. I'm envious of someone who has this record. He will go nameless, but I guess this is the second issue, which is very common, but still a great record. The Flirtations from November 68 on the Durham record label. Their tune is called Nothing But a Heartache. November 68 release there for the Flirtations. Flirtations there, Ernestine Pierce on lead. That's on the Durham record label. Nothing But a Heartache is the name of the tune. As we continue here on the All 60s edition. Now, a couple weeks ago, I featured the 5 Stair Steps and QB with their second of 5 on Curtis Mayfield's Kurtzom record label. It was called Stay Close to Me. Now let's give a listen to the B-side of the follow-up. This tune written and produced by Curtis Mayfield. It's actually a cover because the Impressions recorded this song first back in 1962 on ABC Paramount Records. But this is January 69 for the 5 Stair Steps and QB. This is on Kurtzom Records and their rendition of the tune Little Young Lover.
you like me? Can't you see, honey, you're gonna drive me out of my mind. I can't sleep at night for thinking about you. You're looking so nice, and you're about to drive me crazy. When we're in school and you're sitting next to me, I'm acting a fool just to get your attention. Can't you see? A little young lover with pigtails so long. I'll carry your books if you would only let me walk you home. When we're in school and you're sitting next to me, I'm acting a fool just to get your attention. Can't you see? A little young lover with pigtails so long. I'll carry your books if you would only let me walk you home. I love you, young lover. Stay with me, young lover. Don't kiss me, young lover. Now suck it to me, young lover. Make it the young lover. Take it, young lover.
Cover tunes here on the All 60s edition. They're called the 5 Stair Steps and QB, January 69, doing the Impressions tune Little Young Lover. That one there on the Kurtzon record label. Fit a few more in here. And let's stay with the cover songs. This song was originally recorded back in 1962 by the Tams on the Arlen record label. Now the song written by Joe South. This is actually interesting. Written and produced by Joe South for Tommy Rowe Enterprises. And this group is called The Results, and this is the same group that recorded on the Phillips record label. Let's go to October 1965 for The Results on the Apt record label and their rendition of the tune, Untie Me.
Not too long ago, you said you loved me till the end. But lately you're indifferent, and I can't even be your friend.
There you go. Those are the results. The results there, October 65 on the Apt record label doing the Tams tune, Untie Me. So those going out to all of you that like to be tied up. I don't like to be tied up, I can tell you that much. And speaking of the Tams, they're originally from Atlanta, Georgia. There's so many cool tunes on the ABC Paramount record label, and many of the tunes written by Ray Whitley and also Joe South, who wrote this one and also wrote that one that we just heard. This is, it doesn't have which one this is, but this features Joseph Pope on lead. And I think that Joe South also released this record. He recorded it for Capitol in 1968. But this is an earlier version as done by the Tams, March 1965 on ABC Paramount. It's called Unlove You.
How can I undo the things we used to do? How can I unfeel the way I feel for you? How can I unlove you? How can I unbelieve you're still the world to me? Unchain my heart and set me free. And I can't unremember every memory. How can I unlove you? I'll never uncry the tears that I cried when we said goodbye. No, I'll never unmiss the thrill that I missed when we used to kiss. How can I unsay the things I said to you? How can I undo the things we used to do? How can I unfeel the way I feel for you? How can I unlove you? How can I unlove you? How can I?
That's the sound of the Tams here on the Vinyltreasure Show. That is Joseph Pope on lead, March 1967, the Tams on ABC Paramount with a song entitled Unlove You. Two more 45s to go before we sign off here. Going to do a bonus record too, but I'm going to shut down from Oldies and More Radio because I have a problem with that record. So if anybody can help me fix that record or have any ideas, I need to know, but I'll play it for you so you can listen to it. But we have two more to go before Johnny G signs off here. This next gal, she was a member of the Cookies. The Cookies that recorded for the Dimension record label had all those big hits, you know, Chains, Don't Say Nothing Mad About My Baby. But she went solo. She had solo releases, I should say, earlier in 1959 on the Roulette record label. This is her second, though, that came out on the Tower label in November of 1964. Her name is Darlene McRae. Darlene McRae, November 64 release. This is on the Tower label. It's called My Heart's Not In It.
Since you left me, I've been
November 1964 release there for Darlene McRae. Darlene McRae on the Tower record label. Song entitled My Heart's Not In It. Got to read the writer credits here for a Miami Santi in the Oldies and More chat room. The writers Jerry Goffin and R. Titleman. I think Titleman wrote a lot of the Cookies records, I think, together. So there you go. They were still writing for her at that time. So there you go, Santi, answering your question. But anyway, that's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyl Treasure Show. I want to thank you for joining Johnny G, listening to these cool 45s out of my collection. If you want to get in touch with Johnny G, send me an email at vinyltreasures@aol.com. If you missed any of the program, you can tune in immediately following the shutdown here on YouTube. And of those of you not interested in the visual, you can go to my website, vinyltreasures.net. You can stream or download the show there on that website, so you can check it out. There's a lot of older shows on that website, I think, but it's kind of like in a weird order. It's like by month. So you'll get January and all the shows in January that have all different dates. So you got to make sure you look for 2023. But I identify these shows with this, I call it 60's. So you'll see that, at least since I've been doing it here on YouTube. But that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Hope you dug on all the cool tunes. And stay tuned. I'm going to shut down from Oldies and More Radio. And I want to test a record here. And I want to ask some of you if you know how I might be able to fix a problem. And I'm really heartbroken because I wanted to play it for you tonight. But I will play it for you in the really old time thing. So stick around for that. But our closer tonight is from this artist from Harlem, New York. First recording for the Fania label out of New York City in 1967. Then he recorded for Uptight Records. We're going to closer tonight is his third of 7 on Uptight Records. This is arranged by Marty Scheller, produced by Jerry Masucci. And this is from the Fania LP. It's called Singing Some Soul, and it's a cover tune. This was originally done and a big hit for Tommy James and the Shondells in May of 69 maybe? Or 69. I don't know. You don't have the year here, but this charted at number 6 on WWRL in New York City. If you were listening to that station like I was, our closer is from June '69. Joe Bataan on Uptight Records in his version of Crystal Blue Persuasion. That's going to do it, folks, tonight. Hope you dug on all the cool tunes. I'll be back next Wednesday night right here on Oldies and More Radio, also live on YouTube. So if you're new to the program, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the thumbs up, the likes button, and also ring the bell to get email notifications, but you have to be signed in to YouTube. For those of you that enjoy 50s and early 60s vocal group harmony, tune in on Saturday night. It's a big show I have beginning at 9 p.m. Lots of fans tune in for that show. We're on till midnight, and I've been doing an hour and a half overtime with all the requests. So tune in on Saturday nights, and we join Oldies and More at midnight on Saturday nights. That's going to do it, folks. Charlene, thank you so much for your help. Today was a horrible day for me. I mean, it's time-wise, but we got it done. We did. So I'll see you here next time on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Remember, stay tuned for that mystery record that you're going to listen to. But anyway, thank you all again. Everybody, enjoy the remainder of your week. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you here next Wednesday or Saturday night right here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Just want to say, everybody, so long.
The sun is arising.
Okay, folks, here I haven't done this extra thing in a while, but it's important because I was going to feature this next record. Let me show you. I haven't done this in a while. I haven't continued on with extra session here, but here you go. This is the Crystal Blue Persuasion there, Joe Bataan on Uptight Records. So anyway, so I was going to play this record. You know, I said, well, you know, it's in Manship's book, and I was going to feature it, but I wasn't sure because when I cleaned it, I said, is it going to play toward the end of this record? So I don't know where I got it. I know I didn't pay a lot of money for it, but it's by the Jagged Edge. It's called Baby You Don't Know, okay? So I'm going to play it, and then you're going to hear what the problem is. And if anybody has any ideas, I'm open to ideas. So listen to the record here, okay? So let me put this down so you can see it. So, and tell me what you think about the record, too, by the way. So here it is. The Jagged Edge is what it's called. There. Listen.
Baby, you don't know how much just what it's all about. Girl, and I need it. Won't you come on home? Girl, I've been so blue. I just don't know what to do. I spend all day after day. Girl, and I need it. I need your love. Won't you come on home? Let me cry. Well, can I stand the pain? Oh, keep on trying until I get you back again. Baby, you don't know how much I love you. That's what I won't you come on home? Get you back again. Baby, you don't know, 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 don't know.
You see how upset I am because I like the record too, and it's a nice copy. But you see, it's not a skip. It's a freaking, I don't know if you can see it, but let me see if you can see it. You see, it's a heat. It's somebody burnt it. You see that? You see that right there? You see where the shine is toward the end of the dead wax. It's I don't know if it's like some kind of acid. It's not, it doesn't, the other side is okay. It looks like somebody put like a match to it there, and it kind of singed the grooves there. And it kind of upset me. Anyway, let's see the other side here. I don't know. I didn't test the other side. Let's try to see what the other side. This is the A side. This is the intended A side.
Only you can give me the feeling that fills
See, I like the other side better. Anyway, there you go. I was heartbroken because that was like the first record I cleaned in the box, and I said, "Oh, this sounds good. I can play this." And Manship had it. Manship had it up there, but I saw this. I said, "Wait a minute here. Is this one going to work?" So I came up and I tried playing it, and I was like, "I can't play this on the show." But anyway, so maybe I'll ask Barbara to buy that record for me. If anybody finds a copy, let Johnny G know. Send me an email at vinyltreasures@aol.com. But anyway, folks, thank you all for tuning in. I got to get going. We have Grace is coming tomorrow, so I got to get down and see what's going on with the parents downstairs. Hopefully they're off to sleep. So thank you all for tuning in. Johnny G's got to get out of here. Just want to say, everybody, again, so long. Bye-bye.